Well, hello all. This is Paul, allthisdigitalnanalog, all this digital analog. I've started to probably look at doing some sort of video blogs. Now, I do apologise if I keep looking to the right like that, because I always keep looking at the record button, even though the camera's actually there, so I apologise for that. So my name's Paul. I'm a musical artist, always known as allthisdigitalnanalog, all this digital analog, or 80DNA. I've been making music for quite a while now, well, since I was about 16, 17 really, but back in the old Dance CJ days. Everyone can remember the PXD software, used to use digital audio workstation, which just relied on samples. And since then, obviously, I've grown, matured in both my music and musical strategy and build. I've released a few albums, released a few singles, done quite a few music videos, got plenty of streams and downloads and things like that, so I'm quite happy with where I've gone with my musical career, so to speak. It's not making millions of pounds, not making thousands of pounds if I'm really honest, but it's a hobby. I enjoy it just like fishing, you know. I don't mind investing time and money into it. I don't like fishing, by the way. It's just an example, you know. It's like when you've got a hobby. So I just thought I'd keep you up to date with what was going on really. So I'm going to start this sort of video blog thing. So I'm working on a new EP. So the new EP is called Why Should I Care? So that is basically what it is. It's like, why should I actually care? What that actually means is I'm going against the fundamental practices of creating music. I think the issue I was having is that I was trying to be too good, and obviously I can't. I've not got the equipment, I've not got the time, and to be honest, I'll be quite honest, I've not got the talent. So I'm quite open and honest about that. I do find it's a hobby. I can't really sing. I can write a good song, I think, to a certain degree. I've only got limited resource in what I can produce. I don't really have many musical instruments. I've only got limited equipment because I've had to invest and purchase it all myself. If someone come along and gave me a couple of £1,000 to buy some good stuff, then perhaps I might be able to do a bit more magic. I don't know. I've not had that opportunity. And at 39 years old now, I'm probably not going to get that opportunity. So I'm going to be relying a lot on my own resource. However, whilst I'm still producing music as a hobby and people are still streaming and watching my videos and I'm getting fans and things like that, I'll keep doing it. You know, going back to the fishing analogy, you know, I'll invest money in equipment and stuff like that, just like you would fishing tackle, just like you play golf, you buy golf clubs. I will always be investing in music one way or another. I think I've got quite a lot of experience. I've learnt a lot of stuff that I can pass on to people. Although I have no official music qualification, I feel I'm quite well qualified from a sort of self-taught. I say self-taught, and I've used a lot of YouTube videos and spoke to a lot of people and done a lot of email exchanges and stuff. But how to get the results. So I like to think that I do know a thing or two about producing music and I like audio as well. I'm a big fan of good audio quality. I like having the nice headphones. I like having nice equipment, but at the same time, watching how I spend, because it's that investment versus comeback sort of thing. And sometimes, if you haven't got quite enough confidence in yourself, which I don't, then you're not going to invest a lot of money if you're not going to get the comeback back. So there's me being pretty plain and honest. If you want to know a little bit more what I'm up to, I've got a website which is simply 80dna.co.uk. That's 80dna.co.uk. That's a nice website. I'd like to think it's hosted by a hosting company called WordPress. So they've got a fantastic little web editing thing. So anyone who's looking at doing music or just indeed building a website, WordPress recommend. I did use GoDaddy, which was quite good, but I found it was a bit limited for what I needed. I've used WordPress now for 6 months. It's so easy to use and it looks really nice. But anyway, if you're just wondering, in the background, these are actually demos from my upcoming EP, which I'm hoping to get released by hopefully December. See, this is how sort of unorganised I am with it all. Because I've got my normal life to lead, I've got a job and family to bring up, I've got to kind of throw this in and out of my normal life. So I've got a rare day off in the week. Coming from the UK, as you can tell from my accent. So I've decided that I'll do a bit of vlogging and a little bit of work with music. So this song that you hear in the background, the song just before that was called His Indoors So Good, and it contains samples from a TV show in the UK that's not on anymore, but it used to be on in the late 70s and through the 80s into the 90s, called Minder. If you want to find out more about Minder, just put Minder TV show into Google, it will come straight with what's what. So I'll use some samples from the soundtrack from that, which includes vocals sung by an actor called Dennis Waterman, who sings quite a few of his soundtracks on a lot of the shows that he appears in. The song that you're listening to now is called Masters of Our Fate. So that sample you can hear there is from a Depeche Mode called Puppets, from their album, I want to say Speak and Spell. I should know, shouldn't I? Yeah, it's Speak and Spell. So, yeah, their first album, the debut album, Speak and Spell, it's from Speak and Spell. So that's that. And there's also samples from video games, PlayStation video games like Ridge Racer Revolution, which is that, what that noise was in the background. There's also, that is Winston Churchill. So that's taken from a speech he made in New York in 1941. He's done many inspirational speeches, but actually I think this is the less known inspirational speech that he's done, as he used to deliver. So I've sampled that because I really like it. Yeah, so it's, as you know, if people who do know me already, I make a lot of electronic music, basically because of the resource that I've got. I don't play instruments. I don't have, this is my room, this is a bedroom, which isn't very big, but it's what I use to make my music. So I use a Mac, I use Logic Pro, I've used quite a few plugins, which I've either paid for or paying for subscription wise, or I've managed to get for nothing, of course. I've got a small LPK 25K, a Cat AKI keyboard. I've got some iLoad micro monitors, about 250 quid worth, really good. I've got myself some Nura headphones, about 350 quid, really good for listening to music overall. I've got myself some Sennheisers for when I do mastering. What else have I got? Oh, I've got my Samsung condenser microphone for recording the vocals and sounds. But to be fair, I've been pretty good I've been pretty lucky with getting reasonably cheap equipment and getting quite good results, I think, and that's down to the software. I think when the software that you use is good. This next song, that sample there, he uses the arcade, the output arcade plugin, which you can get for Logic Pro and Ableton and places, things like that. And actually, this is actually one of the more original songs. So, although I'm using a lot more samples taken from other people's songs and tracks and things, so recycling, as they call it, this is actually a lot more original. There's actually there's actually no original samples in this. There's actually no copyright samples in this. It's actually all original, pretty much. I mean, well, yeah, I've got sample packs downloaded. I've downloaded sample packs with like drum and bass and things like that. So yeah, there's I like bass line, I like drum and bass, I like dance and things like that. And I've utilised that as best as I can. And I've recorded that out of the radar. So this song's called Out of the Radar, which is track 3 of the 8 EP. This is very much still an early demo. So the other 2 tracks that were on earlier are pretty much finished, and I've had some basic mastering. This is demo, had no mastering at all, and it still needs a mix. So I've got 2 tracks left to finish. Unfortunately, the next track after this one I've got quite addicted to, and in fact it's going to be the first single. Originally it was going to be His Indoors, but actually now I'm going to make the next song, which is called Lonely, my next single, and which I'm hoping to get at the beginning of next year to promote the EP. So yeah, so that's basically me just saying hello. Gonna start the blogs, and I hope that everybody sort of like enjoys it. Now, just to point out that for the music video for Lonely, ironically, I'm doing quite an upbeat. It's not quite an upbeat song for such a downbeat name. I'm running a submissions for dancers, or anyone can get involved. So no matter whether you're, no matter what size you are, pretty much I say what age you are, as long as you're not too young, of course. Looking at doing Fortnite dances. So anyone who knows about the video game Fortnite, there are emojis that you can do during the game, which is a dance in some cases. There's loads of them. I won't say millions, but there's loads and loads of them. They keep putting new ones in all the time. But there's obviously quite some common ones. They got like the floss and others. I can't remember the names too, but floss is one of them. You know, I don't even ask me to dance them. I'm gonna probably have to do some for the video myself. But what I'm trying to do basically is I want to get the world involved in this. I want basically everybody to submit their Fortnite dances, whether it's 1, 5, 10, 100, to me. I'll have a look at them, I'll have a review, I'll have a look. I've got to admit, I've been sent some cracking ones so far, really good, and they're fun. You know, they're not perfect, but you know what, I don't want them to be. I want it to be fun, so I want the world to be involved in this, and then I would like to use the videos, as long as they're suitable, for the full music video when I release Lonely next year. So, if you wish to be involved in that, I will put an email in the comments. So you can send me either a link to a shared drive, whether it be Dropbox, OneDrive, whatever you use, link to a YouTube video, Vimeo, or any sort of social media that you've got it linked on. As long as I've got access to it, please ensure that you're not showing me anything that you don't want me to see. Also, as best as possible, let's try and keep a bit of product placement. I know it's not illegal or anything, and it's not. I love this song. This is Lonely. This is the song I'm talking about. I really, really love this song. I'm looking forward to getting this finished and getting the video done. So you can see where my son gave me the inspiration for the video. We were dancing in the kitchen to this. I've got an Apple AirPod, so we had the music streaming to that. And all of a sudden he started doing these Fortnite dances. And I'm going, do you know what? That's wicked. That's a brilliant idea. Hang on a minute. I thought, well, I'm just going to stand here doing Fortnite dances. Well, hang on, why don't I ask the world to do it for me? So, it's for fun. And I think I'm looking forward to doing it. And I've already had quite a lot of submissions, so the more the better. So, check the email in the comments. If you want to do it, submit. Just make sure you've got permission for everybody involved. Any minors, parental consent. So that's sample, which is not, by the way, this is nowhere near finished. This is really early demo. That is from Duran Duran's Lonely in Your Nightmare, taken from the Rio album. Yeah. As you can see, I like 80s music, hence the 80 DNA sort of touch. It all kind of fell into place. So yeah, so thanks for watching. Sorry if I bored the hell out of you, and I apologise for saying hell if it's a swear word where you come from. But I'm looking forward to this EP and getting it out and having the world help me with it. So thanks again. I'll be checking back with you soon.